You're about to pull into the gas station, and you're making a critical mistake that could cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. I'm not talking about using the wrong octane or overfilling your tank. This is something that 90% of Ford drivers do wrong every single time they refuel, and it's slowly destroying one of the most expensive components in your vehicle. Ford technicians see the damage from this mistake every single day, but nobody's talking about it because it's not an immediate failure. It's a slow death that happens over months and years until one day your check engine light comes on and you're facing a repair bill that could exceed $3,000. Stay with me for the next 10 minutes because I'm about to show you exactly what you're doing wrong and how to protect your Ford from this completely preventable damage. 3 months ago, a woman named Jennifer brought her 2020 Ford Explorer into a dealership with a check engine light. The diagnosis was devastating. Her evaporative emission system had failed, her fuel tank pressure sensor was shot, her purge valve was stuck open. The total repair bill came to $3,200. When the service advisor asked about her refueling habits, everything became clear. Jennifer had been making the same mistake that almost everyone makes. She thought she was being efficient. She thought she was saving time. Instead, she had been systematically damaging her fuel system every single time she stopped for gas. This wasn't bad luck. This wasn't a manufacturing defect. This was completely preventable, and I'm going to make sure you never make the same mistake. Here's what you need to understand about modern Ford fuel systems. Your Ford doesn't have a simple gas tank with a cap anymore. It has a sophisticated evaporative emission control system that's designed to capture fuel vapors and prevent them from escaping into the atmosphere. This system includes charcoal canisters, pressure sensors, purge valves, and a complex network of hoses and seals. Federal emissions regulations require this system to be leak-free and fully functional, which is why it's monitored constantly by your vehicle's computer. When this system gets damaged, it doesn't just cost you money in repairs. It can cause your vehicle to fail emissions testing, trigger check engine lights, and even impact your fuel economy and engine performance. The evaporative emission system in your Ford is under constant pressure monitoring. Your fuel tank isn't just a container, it's a sealed pressure vessel that maintains specific pressure ranges. When you refuel, you're not just adding gasoline, you're disrupting a carefully balanced system of vapor management and pressure control. The way you approach refueling has a direct impact on the longevity and functionality of this entire system. And here's the shocking part. The single biggest cause of premature failure in this system comes from something that seems completely harmless, something you probably do without even thinking about it. The critical mistake you're making. Let me tell you exactly what you're doing wrong. You pull into the gas station with your engine running. Maybe you're finishing a phone call. Maybe you've got the air conditioning on and it's hot outside. Maybe you're listening to a podcast and you don't want to interrupt it, so you leave your engine idling while you get out and start pumping gas. This seems perfectly reasonable, right? You've probably seen thousands of other people do the exact same thing. You might have been doing it for years without any apparent problems. But here's what's happening inside your Ford that you can't see. When your engine is running, your evaporative emission control system is actively cycling. The purge valve is opening and closing, pulling fuel vapors from your charcoal canister and feeding them into your engine to be burned. Your fuel tank pressure sensor is actively monitoring pressure levels and reporting them to the engine control module. The entire system is in an active state, managing vapor pressure and emissions. Now you open your fuel door and unscrew your gas cap. Suddenly, you've introduced atmospheric pressure into a system that was expecting to remain sealed. Your fuel tank pressure instantly changes. Your pressure sensor sees readings that make no sense because your engine is still running and still trying to manage a system that's no longer sealed. The purge valve, which is actively trying to pull vacuum on your fuel system, is now pulling in outside air instead of fuel vapors. This causes the valve to work harder than it's designed to. Over time, this accelerated wear causes the valve to stick or fail completely. Your fuel tank pressure sensor, which is calibrated for specific pressure ranges, is now seeing wild fluctuations that can damage its internal components or throw off its calibration. Your charcoal canister, which is supposed to absorb fuel vapors in a controlled environment, is now potentially being flooded with raw fuel or air in ways it wasn't designed to handle. But it gets worse. When you start pumping fuel into your tank while your engine is running, you're creating a situation where liquid fuel can be drawn into vapor lines. Your fuel system has separate pathways for liquid fuel and fuel vapors. They're not supposed to mix. But when you're adding fuel to a tank that's under active vapor vapor management from a running engine, there's a real possibility of liquid fuel getting sucked into lines that should only ever see vapor. When liquid fuel reaches your charcoal canister, it saturates the activated charcoal and ruins its ability to absorb vapors. A charcoal canister replacement on most Ford models costs between $400 and $800, and that's just one component of the system. The damage from this mistake is cumulative. You won't notice anything wrong the first time you do it, maybe not even the first 100 times, but inside your fuel system, microscopic damage is accumulating. Seals are degrading from pressure fluctuations they weren't designed to handle. Valves are wearing out faster than they should. Sensors are slowly losing their calibration. And then, one day, seemingly out of nowhere, your check engine light comes on. You take it to a shop and they tell you that you need multiple components replaced in your evaporative emission system. You're shocked because you've never had problems before. But the truth is, you've been creating this problem gradually over months or years of improper refueling technique. The fire safety issue. Nobody talks about beyond the mechanical damage to your fuel system. There's another reason why you should never refuel with your engine running, and this one could literally save your life. Gasoline vapors are incredibly flammable, and they're heavier than air, which means they sink and accumulate in low areas. When your engine is running at a gas station, you have multiple potential ignition sources. Your exhaust system is hot. Your engine generates electrical sparks from the ignition system. If there's any leak or spillage during refueling, those vapors can travel toward your running engine. Now, I know what you're thinking. Gas stations are safe. Millions of people refuel every day without incidents. And you're right that fires are statistically rare, but they do happen. And when they happen, they're catastrophic. I've seen footage from gas station security cameras showing vehicles igniting during refueling. In almost every case, the engine was left running. The driver thought they were being efficient or convenient. Instead, they created a situation where a simple static discharge or a small fuel spill turned into a vehicle fire. Is saving 30 seconds of time worth that risk? Is keeping your air conditioning on worth potentially turning your vehicle into a fireball? Fire safety aside, there's also the environmental impact to consider. When you refuel with your engine running, you're defeating the entire purpose of your vehicle's evaporative emission control system. Those fuel vapors that escape during refueling are pure hydrocarbons. They contribute to ground-level ozone formation and air pollution. The EPA estimates that improper refueling techniques across all vehicles contribute millions of pounds of hydrocarbon emissions annually. Your Ford was designed to capture those emissions. But if you're refueling with the engine running, you're bypassing all of those environmental protections. What Ford engineers actually recommend? Let me tell you what the actual engineers who designed your Ford fuel system say you should do. This information comes directly from Ford Technical Service bulletins and owner's manual guidelines that most people never read. Before you even pull into the gas station, you should be preparing for a proper refueling procedure. As you approach the pump, turn off your engine completely. Don't put it in accessory mode. Don't leave it idling. Turn the key to the off position or press your push button start to shut everything down completely. Wait at least 10 seconds before you open your door and step out. This 10-second wait period is crucial. During these 10 seconds, your evaporative emission system is completing its shutdown sequence. The purge valve is closing and sealing. Your fuel tank pressure is stabilizing. The pressure sensor is taking final readings and going into standby mode. All the electronic control modules that manage your fuel system are finishing their protocols and entering their parked state. If you rush this process by immediately opening your fuel door, you're interrupting these shutdown sequences and potentially causing the very problems I've been describing. After your 10-second wait, you can exit your vehicle and approach the fuel door. Open it slowly and deliberately. When you remove your gas cap, you might hear a hissing sound. This is completely normal. It's pressure equalizing between your fuel tank and the atmosphere. If you hear a very loud hiss, or if liquid fuel comes out, that indicates a problem with your evaporative emission system that you should have checked. But a slight hiss is normal and expected. Remove the cap completely and set it in the holder that's usually built into your fuel door. Don't balance it on your bumper or set it on the ground where it could get dirty or lost. Now here's an important detail about the actual fueling process. When you insert the nozzle into your fuel filler neck, insert it fully and consistently. Don't hold it at an angle. Don't insert it partially. The fuel filler neck on your Ford is designed with a specific geometry that works with the vapor recovery system built into modern fuel pumps. When you insert the nozzle correctly, it creates a seal that allows vapors to be captured and returned to the station's underground tanks instead of escaping into the atmosphere or back into your vehicle's system. Select your fuel grade and begin pumping. Here's another critical mistake that people make. They try to squeeze every last drop into the tank by repeatedly topping off after the pump automatically shuts off. Don't do this. When the fuel pump nozzle clicks off, it's detecting that your tank is full based on pressure feedback through the nozzle. If you continue pumping, you're forcing fuel into your vehicle's vapor recovery lines. This is exactly how liquid fuel gets into your charcoal canister and destroys it. I cannot stress this enough. When the pump clicks off, you're done. Stop pumping immediately. The correct post-refueling procedure. After the pump shuts off automatically, remove the nozzle and allow any residual fuel to drip back into your tank. Don't shake the nozzle excessively. Just let it drain naturally for a second or two. Return the nozzle to the pump. Now, replace your gas cap. This is where another common mistake happens. People don't tighten their gas caps properly. Your gas cap needs to click at least 3 times to be properly sealed. 1 click isn't enough. 2 clicks isn't enough. 3 distinct clicks means your cap is torqued to the correct specification, and your fuel system will maintain proper pressure. A loose gas cap is one of the most common causes of check engine lights in Ford vehicles. Your evaporative emission system constantly monitors for leaks by performing pressure tests. If your gas cap isn't tight enough, the system detects a leak and illuminates your check engine light. Some people drive for weeks with a check engine light on because of a loose gas cap, worrying that something major is wrong with their vehicle. Save yourself the stress and always tighten your cap until you hear 3 distinct clicks. Close your fuel door and return to your vehicle. Before you start your engine, take a moment to make sure you haven't left anything behind. Is your gas cap properly secured? Did you close the fuel door? Did you return the pump nozzle? I've seen people drive away with fuel doors open or even with the pump nozzle still in their vehicle because they were rushing. Now you can start your engine. Your evaporative emission system will perform a quick self-check as part of the startup sequence. Everything will initialize properly because you followed the correct procedure. The long-term benefits of proper refueling. When you consistently follow this proper refueling procedure, you're extending the life of multiple expensive components in your Ford. Your purge valve, which typically costs between $150 and $300 to replace, will last the entire lifetime of your vehicle instead of failing prematurely. Your fuel tank pressure sensor, which can cost $200 to $400 depending on your Ford model, will maintain accurate calibration and won't need replacement. Your charcoal canister, the most expensive component at $400 to $800, will continue functioning properly for hundreds of thousands of miles. But the benefits go beyond just avoiding repair costs. A properly functioning evaporative emission system actually improves your fuel economy. When your system is working correctly, your engine can more efficiently burn the fuel vapors that are captured in your charcoal canister. This supplemental fuel source might only represent a small percentage of your total fuel consumption, but over the life of your vehicle, it adds up to real savings at the pump. Additionally, a healthy evaporative emission system means your engine control module doesn't have to make compensation adjustments that can negatively impact performance. Your Ford will also pass emissions testing without issues. Many states require emissions testing for vehicle registration, and evaporative emission system failures are among the most common reasons vehicles fail these tests. If your vehicle fails emissions testing, you can't legally drive it until it's repaired. That means you're paying for repairs, plus potentially paying for alternative transportation while your vehicle is in the shop. All of this is avoidable by simply following the correct refueling procedure every single time. Breaking your bad habits. I understand that changing habits is difficult, especially when you've been doing something the same way for years. You might be thinking that turning off your engine at the gas station is inconvenient. Maybe you live in a hot climate and you don't want to lose your air conditioning for a few minutes. Maybe you're worried about wearing out your starter by shutting off and restarting your engine more frequently. Let me address these concerns directly. Modern Ford starters are designed to handle hundreds of thousands of start cycles. The engineering improvements in starter motors and battery technology over the past decade mean that starting your vehicle an extra 2 or 3 times per week for refueling will have zero impact on starter longevity. Your starter will last just as long whether you turn off your engine at gas stations or not. So that concern is unfounded. As for the air conditioning, yes, you'll lose cooling for the 3 to 5 minutes it takes to refuel. But 3 to 5 minutes of discomfort is a worthwhile trade-off to avoid thousands of dollars in fuel system repairs. The key to breaking your old refueling habits is to create a new routine that becomes automatic. Every time you pull into a gas station, follow the same sequence. Engine off, wait 10 seconds, exit vehicle, open fuel door, remove cap, pump fuel, stop when pump clicks, replace cap with 3 clicks, close fuel door, return to vehicle, start engine. If you follow this exact sequence every single time, it will become muscle memory within a few weeks. You won't even have to think about it anymore. What this means for your Ford's future. The difference between following proper refueling procedures and continuing to refuel with your engine running is the difference between a Ford that serves you reliably for 200,000 miles and a Ford that starts having expensive problems at 100,000 miles. Your evaporative emission system might seem like a minor component, but it's integrated with your engine management system. When it fails, it can trigger a cascade of problems. Check engine lights, failed emissions tests, poor fuel economy, rough running. All of these issues trace back to an evaporative emission system that was damaged by improper refueling technique. I've worked with Ford owners who maintained their vehicles meticulously. Regular oil changes, tire rotations, brake inspections, everything by the book. But they never knew about proper refueling procedures because nobody ever told them. They ended up with fuel system problems that could have been completely prevented. Don't let that be you. Now that you know this information, you have the power to protect your investment and avoid unnecessary repairs. Your Ford is an exceptional vehicle. American engineering has come a long way, and modern Ford vehicles are built to last. But they require owners who understand how to operate them correctly. Refueling seems like the simplest thing in the world, but as you've learned today, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. The wrong way slowly damages your vehicle over time. The right way preserves your fuel system and ensures that your Ford will serve you reliably for many years to come. The choice is yours, but now you're making that choice with complete information. Use it wisely every single time you refuel.